have cornerback Beanie Bishop. Questions for Beanie?
So, Beanie, start with the backstory. You've moved around a lot, so how's that happened? How's it gone? Hard to get adjusted to new places?
I would just say I wasn't really heavily recruited, coming out of high school. And I get the chance to, play back closer to home at Western Kentucky. Follow my cousin there. And I was there 4 years, and I was all conference in 2021. Decided that I feel like that I had the ability to play Power 5 football and take the next step and show that I belonged in a Power 5 conference. And took my time to Minnesota, played in the Big Ten, and just wanted a bigger role and to be able to have the ability to make more plays on passing game and stuff like that. As you guys know, the Big 12 is more of a passing league, and I wanted to be able to showcase my abilities on defense and in the return game. So the role, is just kind of different here, and just being able to showcase those abilities.
Go even further on the backstory. How do you get to name Beanie? What's Beanie?
I just got it from my godmom. She was saying my Beanie Baby, and it kind of stuck. Like that name came like it's like as soon as I was born, like the name Beanie just came and it stuck. So,
The whole time.
yes, sir.
You like it? Or you said it embrace it?
Yeah, it's nice. And a lot of people, it's a great football name, So, and a lot of my teammates don't know like that. That's not my real name. So it's just like, yeah. Nah, so it's like a lot of guys, and even while at my former schools, like a lot of guys didn't even think like, oh yeah, Beanie's his real name. Like I'm like, okay, so like the guys don't ask, I don't tell them. So,
What is
Shannon Bishop Jr.
Okay.
But Beanie Bishop, it rolls.
It just
like
yeah, yes sir. It just
a rolling name.
yes sir.
So your grandma hooked you up.
Well, God, mom. Yes sir. Yes sir.
We talked to Shadon Brown a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about you. The word he used over and over was alpha. What does that mean to you and for your position coach to call you that?
They just it kind of just means like leader, like you lead by example, and kind of show guys the right things to do, and just talk to them, like even if they like mess up or anything, just like make sure everyone's poised, and just make sure they keep their head up. If they make mistakes, like we can go watch film and correct them and those kind of things. And like we have a few guys that's that we expect to play that's kind of young, and just getting them ready to play and stuff like that. So just bringing the energy every day. I like have to do that. So just getting the guys ready. Like I don't have to get guys motivated, but just in case they need a little extra motivation, I'm there to help lead the guys.
Is it hard at all to be you come in and you're the new guy in the room and you kind of immediately take on that role? I mean, is there any hesitancy or is that just your personality?
I kind of think it's my personality. It's just kind of been instilled in me, like from just like growing up, like to be a leader. And, show guys instead of being the guy that's in the back of the line, be one of the guys that's in front of the line, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, because like if you have a lot of effort and you have a lot of energy, like you can fix the mistakes, but a lot of guys don't. If you don't have effort, it doesn't mean anything.
This defense last year did not have a lot of takeaways. So far in camp, the defense has been able to generate some. What has been the difference? At least I know you weren't here last year, but why is the defense making more takeaways in camp so far, in your opinion?
I think we make it a big deal to to at least try to get your hand on the ball, like no matter if there's pass breakups, breaking to the ball, which is important. You get a pass breakup, the ball gets tipped, you get an interception. Just like strip attempts, interceptions, forced fumbles, all of those kind of things. So like every day, get your hand on the ball. So like we got guys raking at the ball, breaking in zone. You know what I'm saying? Like breaking off the quarterback. So it's just been we've been able to get more takeaways, and just make that important, because once you get so many takeaways, it increases your chances to win games, and that's what we want to do.
Will you coach that at Western Kentucky and Minnesota? Is it more here or about the same, you think?
I think we're making a big important deal. We're making it a big deal here. So like, it's just get your hand on the ball. It's every meeting, every morning. Like we see who's on there. Coach, we need more of this. We need more. Like we need to get the ball more. So we want to lead the country in takeaways.
Scheme here, is defensive scheme different than what you learned elsewhere? Have you had difficulty adjusting to what they're asking?
No, because I've been in different defenses and got to learn it fast. So I just go in and with our GA, and like if I have any trouble with anything, I kind of just look at the play calls and just try to marry them up to like the different calls and see what's the same about them, and just try to do it like that.
I didn't study Minnesota's schedule last year. Do you have any familiarity with Penn State?
Yes, and I also have a former teammate that went to Penn State, so it's just like I'm looking forward to the game. I think they lost a few guys, so I don't really don't know right now. Haven't been focusing on them. Been focusing on getting better, learning the playbook, and building day by day. So whenever we get closer to Penn State, that's when we'll focus on them.
Do you have a familiarity with the Big Ten style? Have you talked to the guys about that a little bit during the summertime, about the differences?
Yes, I told them it's going to be a lot of 12 personnel, a lot of under the center play action shots, heavy run game. So like this is going to be a game where we're going to have to tackle. Like we're going to have to be physical, because the Big Ten is a physical conference. So. And it's a heavy run, so we have to be ready for that and, stay on our P's and Q's for the play action shots.
Now you talked about, and coaches have talked about you kind of becoming a leader of this defense, or one of them. With the Penn State game kicking off the season, you're familiar with the Big Ten. Have coaches come to you and other players come to you and even looked upon you more of that in that role? Like, given the speech you just gave us right now, are they coming to you, or are you just offering it out?
I just like to tell the guys like a little the information that I know and stuff like that from playing those guys. Obviously, they have a different quarterback, they have different receivers, different running backs and stuff like that. But just like the play calling, I think is going to be kind of similar as far as like heavy run game and play action shots. So just like those that little information, just being able to give to my teammates, I think that is vital.
There's been a big emphasis on tackling more and being more physical this fall camp. Can you see a difference in that here compared to other fall camps and previous stops?
Yes, I see guys just flying around to the ball. Coach says just be aggressive. Like our motto is effort, aggression together. So like as long as you have effort and you're aggressive, like just fly around to the ball. A lot of guys, don't be scared to shoot your shot. Don't be scared to miss tackles, because you're going to have 10 other guys that's, pursuing to the ball. So guys are flying around.
Based on what you've seen, and take yourself out of the equation, who's the best open field tackler on the team right now?
Let me see. Best Jacoby, he's been doing very, very well. Anthony Wilson too as well. He's like flying. He's flying around. So
Not a big guy either.
He's not that big. Yeah, he's like one of the best tacklers on the team.
You mentioned that leadership comes naturally through your personality, but where do you think your personality came from? Who was it that got you to come out and be the way you are, and understand that you don't want to be at the back of the line, but you want to be at the front in that?
I think my parents and some of my coaches, like my dad says, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Like so you want to be at the front. The more reps that you get, like the more chances you have to learn. So I like to be able to learn from either mistakes or things that I did well, so I can build on those or fix the mistakes.
You're obviously outgoing. I mean, you're not shy. Where does that come from?
I just think my parents, my mom, she likes to talk a lot, so and just. Yeah, she's probably gonna be mad at me for saying that, but it's just how it is growing up, and yes, sir. And I, just being able to grow up around like different kind of people and different cultures, like I feel that I can gel well within any culture or organization. Like, I think I can just fit right in.
Want to be a television personality?
Yes, sir. Hopefully, I work around a lot of people, so.
You know, being kind of going back to your backstory, like you said, at Western for 4 years, probably your best stretch there was in the last month and a half. How much did you see that kind of changing your life and giving you some of the opportunities you've had since then?
It changed a lot of stuff. Because that kind of helped lead me to being able to, be first team all conference defense. So like that just opened up a lot of doors. Being able to learn, going to Minnesota and being able to, just be able to play in Power 5 and just to see what those different atmospheres are like, and being able to learn from different coaches and be able to gain knowledge on different ways to watch films, study playbooks, and just different things like that, and just being able to get all of that information and be able to share it with other guys as well. Like, I don't just hold information that I learn for myself because that's not beneficial to everyone. And I like to be able to, help the next person try to be, at least, give them the information that I got along the way.
Did you like rowing the boat?
It was something I had to do. I mean.
It's a unique philosophy they got there.
Yes, sir.
You're a 2-on-1 player. I mean, you're also a returner. Talk about the value that brings to West Virginia, because not only your cornerback, but return game.
I think that'll be able to help us. I think last year we wasn't really did that well in kick return. So just being able to, bring some of that defensive physicality to the offensive side as far as like return, because that makes up a large part of the game as well. So just being able to help us in whatever way I can is important. And, also like help me get to the next level as well.
Was that discussed in your recruiting about your ability to return kicks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that was part of the deal?
Yes, sir.
You like doing it, you embrace it. It's not just like an end to a mean, like you like it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I tell them any way that I can try to get the ball, because I play, in high school I went both ways, and just whatever way I can get the ball in my hand, whether that's an interception, a fumble recovery, being able to kick return, punt return, like I want to be able to showcase that I'm special with the ball in my hands.
Last year, I don't think you returned any kicks or punts, right? And position was your inside of things and outside. It sounds like it's really hard. You could have an all-conference year, but to go someplace new, it's hard to crack and break through. But you've seemed like you've done that here. What's the difference? Is it just having the experience, having done that once, and you know where to push a little bit more, where to put yourself?
Yes, I don't know, like it was a learning lesson going through my year at Minnesota. I just learned different things on what to do and what not to do, and also getting a lot of extra hours in the facility. I enjoy being in the facility. I spend a lot of hours, unrequired hours in the facility, whether that's catching kicks, catching punts, studying film, learning the playbook and stuff like that. Cause summer's fast. I didn't come here in spring, so I had to kind of learn the playbook faster than what I did at Minnesota. So just being able to take those lessons that I learned from Minnesota and just incorporate that into my transition here has made everything more smooth.
A bunch of cornerback coaches, I'm guessing, too, and it's such a specific position, the way you play it and the way you're taught. Can it derail you a little bit when you're constantly having to not start over, but prove yourself to a new position coach or a new school? Or do you learn so many different things from so many people that it's easier to grab something from everybody and you have a broader base of knowledge?
Yeah, I think me having the different coaches helped me a lot, because a lot of the coaches teach different or similar stuff. Majority of them teach similar stuff. With Coach Adon, he has a way of, he lets you play what's best for you. He's not gonna put everyone in the same box. So whatever I'm comfortable with, he lets me play that kind of technique. And if it doesn't work for me, he'll let me know, and then give me a different suggestion on how I should play things. But I think that it helped me having different corner coaches.
You mentioned being in the facility so much. Does that change at all with classes starting tomorrow? I mean, it's just an extra load on you? Does that
No, I'll get ahead on my schoolwork. On like one of the off days, I'll still be in the facility because this is important. You know, being in my last year, I'll take care of the school stuff. The school stuff come first, obviously. I got to keep my GPA up, and yeah, I'll be around the facility a lot.
You already have your degree, so what are you getting your master's in, or what are you continuing?
I'm doing sport management.
You kind of talked about the different styles, but different cultures. I mean, you were at one place for a while, Western Kentucky, then you went to another place, Minnesota. Now you're trying to learn a new style and a new culture here. Speak to that ability to be able to adapt and adjust to these different styles and ways of people, coaches, the way you learn, all that.
I believe that here in Western Kentucky's culture is similar.
Okay.
You know, as far as like a lot of things, you know, guys are in the facility, you know, they love being here. They're not holding you against your will, you know what I'm saying? So like everyone enjoys their time being in the building, especially me. I love being here. Like I'm glad I made the decision to come here, and just the different cultures, you know, obviously Minnesota's like totally on the other end of the spectrum. So just being able to, you know, see those kind of things, especially, you know, I had a different my first head coach at Western Kentucky was different than I had for the next 3 years as well. So just seeing those different things and understanding the different coaching styles of the head coaches, you know, I know what kind of coach that I would like to play for.
You think maybe having fun is underrated? When you play football, it is a game, right? You know, now they talk about being a business and whatnot, but is that underrated maybe as a player, you know, going to a place and enjoying yourself and having fun and playing football?
I think for me, that is one of the most important things. You know, you got to have fun, because if you're not having fun, you don't, you know, you kind of get in a slump and all of that kind of stuff. I like to be able to have fun, and it helps me be able to play fast and play free.
Yeah. I'm getting it. Did you not have a lot of fun last year?
It was hard, you know. I didn't have the rep count as I would like, and as what I thought. I came in, I was thinking that I was going to be able to play kick return or punt return. I didn't have that chance, and then, you know, just kind of the rep situation. So.
You said yesterday this is going to be the toughest week of camp. And I asked the other guys this, but what makes these practices harder than last week or the week before?
I think it's really physical, you know, and it's getting closer to school, so guys get distracted. So, and it's longer practice. I guess it might be longer practices, you know, tackling, you know, mentally, physically is wearing on people, but you just got to stay focused. So I guess that's why he said it's the hardest, just as far as like mentally and physically as well.
Been through a lot of fall camps. Is a week like this where guys really prove themselves and the guys that can play prove it, and the guys that can't play?
Yes, I believe, because, you know, you show your physicality and your aggression, and just your will, you know, because everyone's sore, banged up, and it just shows like how tough are you going to be. Like week 4, week 5, you know, you got a few nicks and bruises. Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to practice? How are you going to prepare? Like, and then when Saturday comes, how are you going to play? You know, and just shows who we can depend on.
In terms of physicality, you've been in a couple places before West Virginia now, and Coach Brown, Coach Leslie, the whole defensive staff really talked about wanting to make this year's camp more physical and even more intense than what they had last year. How does the intensity and physicality of being in West Virginia in these practices compare to what you experienced in the past? Because obviously you weren't here last year, but overall.
I think we do a lot of thudding and, you know, tackling. So you get to, you know, bang against guys if that's what you like, and, you know, you get to see if he likes to tackle, or if he likes to block or get off blocks, or you just get to see how physical guys are, and it all translates to the game. you know, because the game's going to be physical. You going against the other team, and you know you get to take your best shot at other guys, and you know, because teammates you kind of don't get to, you know, you don't get to hit them, or you got to keep all your players safe and stuff like that. So.
When you went into the portal this offseason, knowing you had 1 year left and you really wanted to find a place where you could play a lot and have a good time, just what was it like, you know, knowing you had one shot left and you've got to make the right decision and, you know, you don't get a do-over. Was it stressful to be in the portal?
I don't really think so, because I knew, like, out of the gate, like, what I was looking for. Within, like, me, I wanted to be able to be available, you know, have, like, a lot of the best resources, like, which we have here. Like, Coach Mike Joseph is great. I picked up 10 pounds since I've been here. I feel as fast as I've been, you know, I've been able to open up and run and stuff like that. And being able to talk to some of the coaches and, you know, see where I would fit in as far as, like, the return game, being able to play corner, being able to play nickel, and, you know, just being able – and not being so far away from home. I wanted my parents to be able to come see me play, and, you know, 6 hours isn't that far from home, so.
You say you were under-recruited, but did you have any relationship with, you know, Shadon or Neil or any of those guys? They've had some success in Kentucky through the years.
No, not really. I can't remember. High school was so long for me, so I can't really remember. I had like 2 FCS offers, and the one FBS offer was Western Kentucky.
Anything else for Beanie? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you all.